time to check out and review games. So let's go and do that. The last video was the post-mortem. There's the collection of all of my games as well. We are going to close tabs to the right. We'll check out games. Here we go. Boom. Let's do some stuff. I'm going to avoid things that are in 3D because I need a video card right now, and I don't want to have a bunch of lag on the stream. So anything that's done that looks like it has a high amount of 3D to it, I'll probably skip over for the time being until I can get a new video card or something like that. Alright. So let's start off with Full of Thoughts. The theme also was running out of space, so if you saw Cargo S, you're going to run out of space eventually. That's what kills you in that game. Kind of are running out of space, mainly because you have to stack everything up. I don't know if I did that great on the theme, honestly. You run out of space on the conveyor belt, and then you die, so it kind of works that way. It's not amazing, though. Alright. So let's go through here. Audio, I think I could have done better on sound as well. My art, though, I think I'm pretty happy with my art. Even though I didn't get to do all the detail I wanted to on the cargo. Never mind. You're your own worst critic, I guess. But let's get to playing games here. Full of Thoughts. Compo game by Pedro M. Maragon. In Full of Thoughts, there's a guy, Tim, who got a head full of thoughts and has no room for all those messy thoughts. It is your duty to organize Tim's brain by dragging with the mouse the icon of thought to its correspondent. Try to do this in the shortest possible time. Sorry if I misspeak and mistype stuff. I am incredibly tired right now. Alright. In Full of Thoughts, there's a guy, hey, we just read this whole thing. Alright, so we use the mouse and we try to drag them in. He's got study, work, commitments, policy, religion, and you're moving that stuff around. Pretty neat. Alright, let's check it out. Let's go here and download the Windows Duty. Oh, interesting. We had to request access. Okay, let's play a different game. Games. Welcome to LUDUM DARE. We'll request access and see if he grants it to us. Alright, next up will be Void Knight versus Pest. You have to defend the universe. Pest is getting ready inside his nest to attack. You are Void Knight, warriors capable of traveling between dimensions. You need to kill Pest and his followers to defend everyone. Use your Void Spear and your powers. Something evil is awaiting in the darkness. Mechanics. Read it! Exclamation point. Enemies shoot bubbles. You can pop bubbles until they become too big. After that, all you can do is wait. Protect yourself with the Void Spear. Everything will be damaged or destroyed. Use WAS to move. I think this is a common thing in this theme, is that there's this inevitability that you're gonna lose or die or run out of space. And one of the things I don't really like about this theme that even my game implements is that there's no, you don't win. Like in my other game, Tower of Safety for OMG Jam 4, you could beat a wave. At least you had that kind of sense of victory. This kind of feels helpless. And in a way, a lot of this is, not this game specifically, but the theme, in a way, is, I think it's going to lead to a lot of, I don't know, kind of depressing games. Alright, WAS to move. Use your mouse to swing. Space teleports you. Let's check it out. Let's try to check it out, I should say. Here we go. Give you a follow, because I don't have 99 new things on my feed. I wish I could organize the following more. I don't know. No, I'm never going to get to read any of this, but I really do want to follow all the people whose games I play. Help me. Fix it, Moonscript. Void Knight, Windows. Wait, did we get Rampart that we requested access? No, that's from earlier. I don't even know what that is. Psh, whatever. Please, Void King. I thought it was Void Knight. Void King versus Pest. Time to party. Time to party. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Downloading stuff. Okay. Here we are. Void King. Windows. I always want to click the Unity crash handler when I do it. Oh, I didn't even mention that in my postmortem. I'll have to do a follow-up postmortem. Nanuker, thank you. Your entry will be next. Nanuker. Hold on. We're moving this. Do I have to request permission from Google Drive? See what I did there? Alright. Let's check this out. Void Knight versus Pest. Created by Ventimiglia and Meme, blah blah, LUDUM DARE 42, Compo and entry. I will say, you got nice fonts here. You need that. You need some, just a little bit. Don't do any stock fonts. I don't like it. Alright. Oh. That started off interesting. Did you guys see that? I think the particle effects and the sound effects were not turned to Don't Play on Awake. That's cool. I like those. So we just kind of go around killing these boogers. You're a booger. You're gonna go down. I like the ambient music. I love that there's sound effects and music in the game. I don't know what those icons mean. Maybe they're lives, but there's 7 of them. Did it mention what those were? I don't think it did. What happens if I go in here? Oh, I teleport. Also, if we use space, we're oh, I bet you those are teleports with the space bar. If I hit this, that doesn't do anything. Alright, let's try it again. Yeah, so I don't know if the dev will ever see this video, but there's a little checkbox on your particle effect where you can say not to play on awake. And that will prevent that from happening. It's one click. Alright, now we go in here. See, because the scene loaded when we went in there, and that's why you see that effect going off. So what am I thinking right now? There's an interesting use of scale in lieu of animation, which is a really creative way to add some character to these enemies and save time. The main character is animated. You can see the feet moving, which is pretty cool. Up and down. I think, or maybe it's being scaled also. Maybe we're multiple objects. Look, I'm in the ribbon ceremony here. I'm a professional spear twirler. Come here, let me poke you in the face. Come on. I'll do all my reviews, my ratings on the stream too, this time around. So you can see what I rate everybody. Because why not? I'll tell you, I'm not a big fan of... I gotta go in there, don't I? Let's see. Oh, now it's a green area. bunch of crap dying. They remind me of buggers. It should be like the battle of the nose. Oh man, I think I'm gonna sneeze now. Oh, I totally am. How's that for coincidences? Alright, game over. Alright, we're gonna exit out of this. Alright, so Void King versus Pest. What do I think? It's really neat. It's a interesting take on it. I didn't feel like I was really running out of space. I was able to move around all of those balls. That's not what killed me, was running out of the space, I don't think. I mean, I might have accidentally ran into those, but that's not what was killing it for me. Let's go to the submission page here. I really like the artwork. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really well done. So let's see what we got here. Look at all these nans. What's up with that? Nana. Let's see. The mood. I always love the mood rating. Fun. The game is fun. So here's the thing. I have the hardest time figuring out ratings. Hey Lawrence Lads, how's it going? Nanuker's on deck. If you made a game for LD, you want me to play it, feel free to link it and I'll open it in a tab. We'll be playing Nanuker's one next. For the theme, running out of space, it's great. So I treat 3 like a strong 100%. Like if you did it and you fulfilled it and it's solid, you get a 3, right? So graphically, I think it's a 3. Audio, it's a 3. The sound effects were there. There was ambient music. If you go above and beyond that, so if I hear this and I'm like, wow, that song's still stuck in my head, or wow, there was spatial audio when I went into one area, I noticed it, and I actually noticed it while I was playing the game, that there was extra effort in audio put in there, then that's when I'll go above a 3 in that. For humor, I mean, I would choose, if I submitted this game personally, I wouldn't have allowed humor to be a category that it was rated on. There were no jokes. The game wasn't made to be funny or humorous. I'm going to give it a 3 because I don't want to hurt the rating based on that, but we'll throw a 3 into it. The theme running out of space, I'm going to give it a 3. Normally, if I felt like it was there was some real creativity there and I was actually being forced into certain situations, here's the thing. Space never made me make a decision, right? There was never a spot where I had to make a decision while playing the game based on the spatial situation that was going on. And so that's why 3 is going to be a 3 there. Innovation, again, if you're not trying to really do anything innovative, and it's standard gameplay, this is top down and move around with a mouse to kill things. There's not a whole lot you can innovate on there, but there's, if something was really unique, I would rate this higher. Otherwise, I don't want to harm the overall rating just because, it got left out as a category. The game is fun, no doubt about it. Is it exceptionally fun? I think it needs a little bit of balance. I died, I think, twice and got game over. I also didn't feel like I was about to get game over so it was stunning both times. We'll give fun a 3 here. The mood of the game, I will give this one a little bit higher. I will rate mood up here a little bit, mainly because of that ambient music and the sound effects and the art all come together and kind of increase the mood a little bit. And then I'd like to do a little bit of a curve. So unless there's a mark that's going to contradict my highest rating, I'll usually do an overall I don't necessarily do it as an average. It's more like what was my highest mark and is there anything that's going to bring that down. So that's my overall rating for the game. All right, so that's how I rate the game. I'll come back and comment in here later on with the video so they can see. And that's it. That's it for Void Knight versus Pest. Alright, Kettle Corn got your game here, and Lawrence Lads, yeah, absolutely, we'll open both of these. And next up, we're going to go and give Sliders, I think, a shot. I believe this is Nanuker's game. He's a regular member of our community. If you're wondering, I stream game development and game jam games 3 days a week since February. The next jams that I'll be streaming after LUDUM DARE is Optical Jam number 8, which is a continued. People are going to work on existing projects from other jams that they've been working on. And then also Music Game Jam is coming up. I'll be participating and streaming that as well in between this and the next LUDUM DARE. I'm also working on a mobile game called Tower of Safety and a multiplayer game called Caster Kings. So if you're interested in any of that, you can give me a follow, and you'll find out more about that if you hang out. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, and we're going to check out Sliders by Nanuker. Nanuker, thank you so much for your subscription. Nanuker has chosen to subscribe to my stream with Amazon Prime. You can also subscribe with Prime. I'm not going to go off a whole lot, but there's a bunch of crap that you can read. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Let's check it out. All right, so move the spheres to the red tile, but watch out. The spheres will destroy the floor and limit the spaces available. All right. So it's like the classic like Mario platforms that fall out from underneath you. Controls, WASD are the arrow keys. Move the sphere and helper blocks. R resets the level. X skips the level. Escape will pause. All right, we'll check out the Windows build if that's all right. The theme feeling doesn't feel great in the game. Let's see here. This is the web version. I'm going to download the Windows version here. We're following you already. Go figure. All right. It's extracting. All right. I got junk in my eye from not sleeping and working on this game jam thing that we all did called LUDUM DARE. LD42, what's up? Do we trust him? I don't know. This guy who hangs out all the time. All right. Ooh, look at this drop shadow here. I like it. I like your drop shadow here too. I'm interested in how... Thank you so much for the follow, Lawrence Laz. I appreciate it so much. It means the world to me. You'll get notifications when I go live. The next stream for LUDUM DARE will also be on Wednesday on Eastern Time at 7 o'clock. There's a full schedule down below. I'm interested in how you do your drop shadows in Nuker. You and I should talk on Discord. I wrote a little thing that positions all my text twice. I'm interested in what you're doing. I have a cat walking around in my office too that doesn't belong in here. So I'm going to fix that here in a minute. Let's give this a go. Pew! All right. Ooh, here's the helper block. Oh, I got it now. Oh, wow. Okay. So when you push one direction, it goes all the way. I'm suspicious. Windows and my wife say so. I figured this one out. I like these puzzles. All right. This is hard. All right, hold on a second. Oh, this is gonna be one of those things that, oh my goodness. Like, I really have to think about more than I want to. Nanuker, does your wife play your games? Asking for a friend. I'm just totally guessing here. Oh, yeah. Wow, spoiler alert. You're not going to have as much fun playing this if you watch my stream. I don't think I could have done that again if I wanted to. Like, if I went back to that level right now, I don't even remember what I pushed. It was all just luck. Okay. There's no helper block here. Look at that. Look at this. Ah, I can't do it. Alright. I like this level. I think this level should be earlier, though, honestly. I think that level 6 should be before the helper blocks almost, because it's it doesn't have the helper mechanic, so it's a little bit simpler. And also, I think that I don't know. I think there should be like a whole section of levels like that before you get into these blocks, and then you can add in a new mechanic over time. Stretch this out. Yeah, it is very evil of you to have me solve puzzles after a jam. Thanks a lot. Oh, they die. I didn't know the helper blocks would go away. I don't like it. Look at that. That's probably not the right move. Alright, so we have this move, which is obviously bad. Or this move, which is not bad yet. But there's only one place you can go from here, which is here. Oh, you know what? I could go like this. Hold on a minute. What's up? Got this. Boom. Nuke, are you familiar with the 9 slice sprite? I should show you that if you've never seen that. The next time I stream, I'll show you how you can really quickly add in a custom border to these buttons pretty easily with the 9 slice sprite. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm out to play games. All right, time for reviews. Be my friend after this, but I love the puzzles in your game. So for fun, I'm going to go up a little bit, and we'll go this to a caught in between a 3.5 and a 4. I'm going to do 3.5. I think that your ramping needs to change, and I know that you ran out of time. Obviously, it's Compo, and you're good enough to know this already. But the added mechanic, like if there's that level, I think it's 5, where you don't have the helper block, and if you have that helper block, and you add it in later on, it kind of gives the game, it looks like you even have more stuff going on than you did if you add that in slower instead of having. I love level 5. I want like 2 more levels that don't have those extra blocks in it. It'd be good. Innovation, I'll tell you, on that last level, my mind was blown. If you saw, I was playing it almost like chess, and I was thinking, well, clearly you only have 2 moves. I can either move here or I can move there. And then I realized what you had done is, with the red ball, I think it's brilliant. When you're up against a wall, you can still move. And the fact that you have 2 different movement mechanics going on at the same time makes it really interesting. So I really, really enjoyed that. I don't think I've ever played anything similar to that personally with that sort of puzzle. So to me, that's why I'll go up high on that. The theme for running out of space, I'm going to go low on you. I'm going to do just a 2.5, mainly because you do run out of the spots to move on. I would rate my own game probably a 2 on this, though, so I'm trying to be as fair as I can with you. But I think that it didn't feel the pressure. And running out of space can be interpreted in different ways. You definitely run out of spaces to move. So that's solid on the theme, though. Because you really do run out. I mean, that controls it all. I'm going to go back to a 3. I might even go up now to a 3.5. I'm going to come back to this. How do I? I'm not going to leave it as a 1. I'll leave it as a 3. I might go back up. Now, the more that I think about it, because you really, this screenshot doesn't do it justice. Neither does this one. We need a new GIF of the game where you're moving and you have those green blocks involved. That needs to be there. I might go higher on this theme one though. Graphics, I'm just going to go with a 3. I like your drop shadows a lot on your text. I'm interested in how you did that. The buttons, I think, were stock. And I don't do 3D, so I don't know anything about it, but I'm guessing there's like textures and stuff that you can add in. So I'll just give it a solid 3. I don't feel competent enough in 3D to give you a proper graphical rating here. You do have a light source though, but I don't know if that's stock or how you do that at all. I have no idea. So tell me if it's wrong and I'll update the rating. I like the sound. You had music and sound effects. Those are great. The music's a little bit stuck in my head, so I might bump that up here in a moment. Humor. I would remove humor as a thing to get voted on. If you don't have any jokes or anything in the game. The mood for running out of space will leave standard. I'll leave this standard too, because I don't want to hurt your score based on it. But I think I even have humor in mind too. I'm just as guilty of this during my submission. I added humor in too, so hopefully nobody hurts me back or nothing. But I shouldn't have let that be voted on. There's nothing funny about my game, and I think that I need to do a better job at doing that. All right, so what I do now, theme, I'm going to go up to 4 on you, and I'll give you a 4 for overall. Again, I don't do an average for overall. I do my highest mark unless there's some sort of penalty, and then I'll bring that down. That's how I do overall scores. So let's say you had a 4-star game like Nanuker, but he had no sound. And he left audio to be voted on, which probably shouldn't have done. Let's say he had sound, but it wasn't well done, and his sound was a 2. This is for just explaining my voting thing. Anyway, I'm going to put this back up to a 3. So what I would do is my top score is a 4, and then I would think, oh, well, audio's down 1 below normal, so maybe I'd go down to a 3.5 for his overall score. Now, that's not what I'm going to do. You're going to be here. I might come back and change this later on as I think about it, so these are not final. I'll post a link to your video also later on. Thank you so much for sharing your game. And again, thank you also for being a subscriber. I really do appreciate it. If you don't think that any of your scores are fair, I'm definitely open to hearing anything that you... And this goes to anybody watching ever. Just let me know. I'm out to do a fair job, and if I misread something or you think that I, didn't do something the proper way or didn't consider it, I'd rather have an open dialogue in my stream and not have anybody feel upset. All right, so moving on, the next person on deck, Nanuker, thanks again for sharing your game. We're going to go and do Noah's Help. This is Kettle Corn. Not sure if you're still here. If you made a game for LUDUM DARE, feel free to link it in chat. Very informal around here. I don't have a spreadsheet. I don't have a place for people to get scheduled or do anything. It's more like, hey, link it, and if I forget or screw up, let me know. I also have been streaming probably for 12 hours today, so I'm starting to lose my voice. We're going to play Noah's Help, and the next game after that is Sword 1. I'll link these games here too. If you want to check out, let's go all the way back to people who are here. If you want to check out Nanuker's game that I just ranked, that was Sliders. The next game that I'm going to do now is Noah's Help. This is by Kettle Corn. And the link to their game is here. And then on deck we have Sword 1, and Sword 1 is by Lawrence. And let me go up here, and Lawrence Laz. So you're on deck, Lawrence. Right now we're going to play Noah's Help. You can play it in your browser right here. I love it. Help! Look at these. Oh, is this Animal Tetris? What? Look at these goofballs. All right, we're going to check it out. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. A game made for LUDUM DARE 42, running out of space. Drag animals with the mouse onto the raft. Press spacebar or R while dragging an animal to rotate it. Spacebar or R. Spacebar or R. Okay, we got this. And we just drag it. Just drag it with the mouse. Alright, let's check it out. Unity. Surprise. Noah's help. Oh, I like your button. Nice work on that. Drag rafts onto the boat. Oh, what a... Thank you. Thank you very much. Can I just get that as an audio file somewhere? I guess the source is here for the game. I'd like to wire that up and just kind of have that when I, you know, put on my shoes in the morning. I got this. Thank you all very much. These drafts are silly. Alright. Next level. Alright. It's cool. I like the particle effects here. One thing I'll say is kind of confusing. It looks like this is one piece. I know that it's not. But just, for some reason, the first time I saw this, especially on the last screen, the only reason I bring it up now is that it's the second time I felt like when I grabbed this, I was going to move both of them. So if these were, you know, spaced out a little bit here. Let's rearrange this. Hold on, you're going to come over here. You come over here. You guys stand down here, right? Something like that. Now, this I can do. This I understand what I'm doing now. So, thank you. Get in there. Clearly, you're just gonna, you know, do one of these. Disclosure, I'm, you know, one of the best Tetris players in the world, so. Oh, yes, Iris. I'm there. It's easy pickings. Ooh, these lions. These lions are adorable. The penguins almost feel like they're cheap. Like you can kind of, I wonder if is there a way to restart? No, R rotates. I'll just do an upside down penguin for fun. Penguins are now always upside down characters from this moment forward. Actually, the more animals you can put in upside down, the better you are at this game. So you might normally try to put a giraffe here, but instead, like, this would be the pro move if you could figure out how to make this work. You can't, because the alligator, there's no penguins here, unfortunately. There's also not a whole lot of pressure of like a time clock or anything yet, so I don't know if that's to come, but right now. I think I want to do... I don't know what I want. Let's not start with this guy. What is this? These guys upside down? What are you doing, goofball? What is this? Is this a hippopotamus? Yeah, it is. Okay. And we can move them. Oh, this guy takes up 4 spots. What? Yay! Good deal. Alright. Ooh, it's like a big giraffe. Oh, upside down penguin. Yes. This one's throwing me for a loop. I might not be a fan of this one here. Got him! Kettle Corn said, I missed you playing my game. I'm watching now. This sort of game isn't for everyone. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I will say, I don't remember what I said originally. Oh, the one thing that I did say, Kettle Corn, that you probably missed was that in the early levels, in the first couple, there was a setup like this, I think. This, and it felt like if it was the second and the third level that I should have been able to grab this and move it at once. So I rearranged everything, and I explained in the video how I wanted the animals to be, which is, you know, I want everybody on the ground like normal. You come down here too. Alright, this is the proper scene, Kettle Corn. And maybe they could say some stuff like, hey, I like sardines, meow. You know, something like that. I don't know, thinking this is totally not me being critical or anything yet. I'm not at that spot of the game. I'm just having fun. I do like to put everything in upside down. I like the fact that you can still rotate penguins even though it's meaningless. It's fun to put all the animals in upside down for me. So, thank you for that. Alright. I mean, what else are you gonna do with all these dudes? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. That's not gonna work. We could do. Get out of here, weirdo. Oh, how did I forget about this? I was like, oh, what's that over there? Hey, what hippopotamus? Alright. So close, yet so far away. Alright, let's restart. Everything died in this river. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Let's catch up on chat here. I want a dialogue. I just ran out of time. Ah, so did I. I ran out of time. I almost had some terrible bugs in my game. All right. Try to arrange the animals silly way on each level. Unfortunately, the last 2 seconds I had to mess with the camera and Z ordering, which messed stuff up in some of the animal placements, but oh well. Lauren says you can fix bugs if they interrupt gameplay. I mean, the jam is over, but it's allowed by the rules. So, no, the queue is, yes, there you go. You just link it. You figured it out. Somebody might have told you. And Lauren says, might fix them later, but they're just not hard for now. Just mess up some tiny jokes. Just paste it in the chat. Thanks to Nuker for helping out. Hype to you for being awesome, wherever that's at. There we go. Boom. Thank you. Yes, Sal, I appreciate you. There's a lot of streamers who will, you know, they have submit forms and they're very organized. I'm not that streamer. I kind of just do things how I want. So, linking's fine. We'll open it up here in a new window. I have to figure this out. I can't sleep tonight if I can't figure this out. So hold on, we need to... Let's go here. Clearly you're gonna do 2 alligators here. Who wouldn't do that? No. Alright. Kind of feel like that needs to go there. Now we have 4 alligators. This game makes me feel so bad at everything. Okay. How about like this? What do you think of that? Welcome to 1 hour of Tiger. Trying to figure out what to do. There's like some math person out there that's like, oh, this is easy. You just use this thing and it just does the thing and blah, 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 blah. Alright, so this will not work. That is not a valid solution. I can't do any more of these, I don't think. What is this, a dinosaur? Oh, man. Penguins all must be upside down. I love these puzzles. I think we get the hang of it, though. We're going to move on for the sake of other games here on the stream. And we're going to move on to... the next game, which is Sword 1. Sword 1 by Lawrence Laz. You're up next. I really do appreciate it. Had I not worked on my game all day today to submit it, I would play this out. There's a high chance I'm going to come back and play this again, maybe even in a future stream. Let's give it a rating now. Let's go over this. Fun. Clearly, I played it for way longer than I should have. Fun. We might go higher than this. I'm not sure yet. Innovation. It's piece placement. It's like a classic, you know, move stuff in and you rotate it, but it's these interesting animals in the beach scene, so we will say we'll go a little high on that. The theme, running out of space, I think you nailed it. I'm going to give it a solid 4. I will rarely, so 3 to me is 100%, and I said this earlier. 5 means you blew my mind, like totally out of the water. If I love it, a 4 is like the love it level, so think of that. I think your animals are super cute, and I love the fact that you did all custom stuff, the button, everything, all the font, the text was great. I think the humor was good in it. I found a lot of humor in being able to put the penguins in upside down, even though there's no point to. I also love the fact that of the clapping and the yay and everything and the nice. I like that a lot. I think your audio is above average also. And the mood of your game, I think, was spot on. We'll go above average on that. This is definitely a wonderful entry for the Compo. Absolutely love it. It's just a fantastic game. Yeah, it is really cool. I really enjoyed it. So, as I mentioned before, overall is always my top rating, unless there's something that would bring it down. In this case, there clearly isn't, so we'll overall this a 4.5. Thank you so much, Kettle Corn. I really, really enjoyed your game. I thought it was wonderful. I hope you come by and hang out some other time. If you do other game jams throughout the year on itch.io or anything, that's what I stream. So thanks a lot for coming and hanging out. We're going to move on to Sword 1 by Lawrence Laz. Alright, and we'll check this out. Sword 1 is an action combat game where you fight for your life in gladiator-like battles on an always shrinking platform high in the air. There are 10 levels. You don't have to beat them in sequential order, so you can try all of them easily, Winky Face. Please rate and leave a review. I appreciate it. And I will try, but I will parse out the videos, and I'll post those at least time-coded to wherever your gameplay started on your comments. I'll have that done by the end of the week, so you'll have that there as your review or my comments. Okay, so itch.io, download for Windows. Download for Windows. Controls, WASD, arrow keys, mouse left and right. Looks pretty cool. I'm a big Ace Sprite fan also. Nice. Let's give this a go and check it out. Oh, Kettle Corn, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I started streaming again. I took about a few years off. So I originally streamed in 2013. Game development in Impact.js, the JavaScript game engine. Sometime around like LUDUM DARE 23 or 24. And I took a long time off and did some other stuff. And now I'm back. So I've got a goal to get 500 followers by the end of the year. And I really do appreciate you giving me that follow. I'm going to download this game here and check it out. We'll give Lawrence a follow here on itch.io. And what's it coming? What's going on? Download it. Download it already. There we go. Sword 1. And then Sal, we have Inventory Wars here. You're going to be next. If you're still here, Sawi Games. And then I'll be calling it after that. You can come by on Wednesday if you scroll down, or probably tomorrow I'll be streaming some more. If you follow me, you'll see when I go live, and then you can come and I'll play your game. I am just about spent. I've been streaming since about 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm probably going to lose my voice here soon. So, alright. What did this fail? What? No. Unacceptable. I wonder if itch.io is like smoking right now. Cool. I'll play your, even if you have to go, I'll play your game. Here's the, I'm very not like, I don't know. It doesn't, I'm glad you're still here. I look forward to playing your game, but I'm pretty laid back. I'm gonna play your game. Don't tell anybody. I don't want you to leave. I need your viewership. But I'm gonna play your game no matter what. All right, here we. What? Why is it failing? Do I have internet? Oh, now it completed. I was gonna say, don't make me speed test in front of all these people, because I will. Who followed? Jasper Armstrong, thank you so much for the follow. During LD, so I have a schedule. I stream Game Jam games 3 days a week. You'll hear me say it a bunch. I'm sorry if you've heard me say this a bunch of times. But if you follow, I'm going to be on a lot doing my reviews, so people play my game and leave me fair reviews too. So give me a follow. And, oh man, this is some funky music. This is lovely. Did you know that you have to go and fight the stuff? Alright, how to. Move around, aim and hit. On the white guy. I thought it was red at first. Victory. Next level. Oh, you can fall off the freaking edge? Oh man. This guy's ranged. Yeah. Deal with it, fool. Skirt. Oh yeah, me, bro. Oh, man. Oh, it's like a boss guy. This guy is not as cool as the other guys. Wait. We're gonna run out of space. Man, it's so well done. Oh, there's a time. There's a fuse. You're dead. These guys have propellers for arms. Oh. I like how you, sorry, I'm very engaged with this. Oh. I like how you have different... There's so much right with this game. Okay, hold on a minute. I love how you have different fight mechanics for each level. It's really awesome. It brings like a new, renewed freshness each different thing, and I'm excited to see what comes next. The other thing is I love that the restart button is right in the middle of the screen because it's addictively fun. Because I feel like I get so close, and I just very, very well executed. Did you use SFXer for your sound effects? It sounds very SFXer-ish. That's what I use. Like that, just let that guy go. Boom. You're dead. Oh no, okay. It's getting real. Huh. That was a lot easier. The archer's just gonna fall off here in a second. There we go. Figured that out. Not good. Wow, that guy really hurt me. He's like, nope. This guy's the noper. They called him the noper. Sup, dude? Come at me. Oh, see, I can get too close. He needs to go. He needs to attack right now. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. I liked it a lot. All right. That last guy. Wait, there's this SFX or Unity plugin? The things that I learned streaming. I didn't know there was a Unity plugin. I go and like make it all and put the waves in and then blah 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 blah. I didn't know there was a plugin for Unity with that. It's nice. Hacks. That's just go away. How do I ban you from? I've never banned anybody from Twitch chat. Let me do this. All right. Overall, though, no, it's an excellent game. I'll tell you, there's the one thing that I didn't like about the game, to be critical of it, and what I think could be improved on, is you can get in on both of these two boss guys. I was able to get in and I was able to hit him and he wouldn't take an attack at me, which is good for a game jam because you want it to be easy for people to be able to play. And unlike my game, which is incredibly hard and you can't win, you want a game that's accessible for the audience, if you will. Let's open this back up again. So I think it's not this one. Hold on. I'll show you. Not that one either. I think it's the next one. Alright, let's go to 4. Level 4. This guy. Look. I feel like I should have to evade or dodge something in here. So this part let me down, but only because your other designs were so good. It's not like there's anything bad with that. It's just the rest of it is so good that just was underwhelming. And the last guy had the same kind of effect where I was able to get in like this. And I was really excited for his attack, and he powers up, and it's definitely, he should just keep going blow for blow like this the whole time, and just stay on me, and that would be a lot of fun. So those two things, but I have to tell you, Lawrence, those were only underwhelming because everything else was so good. Like, they're not, like, here's the thing, is it's like eating dark chocolate after you've had dark chocolate with almonds, and you're like, oh well, it doesn't have almonds in it, you know. It's still freaking dark chocolate, man. Like, this is a great game. Phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Now we have to do this. I would play this regularly. I'm gonna throw a 5. Your innovation score, I'll do a 3.5. Mainly, I love how you did every, like, different attacks for everybody. The main core gameplay aspect of it doesn't really evolve through the levels, so I'm going to do a 3.5 here. Now remember, for me, personally, a 3 is a 100. So anything above that is icing on the cake. The theme, I think you nailed it. I'll give you a 4 there. I love the graphics. Love the audio. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on humor. The bombs were cool. The way everything was animated was really good. I'll go up even a little bit on that. And I think the mood of your game is spot on to what you're trying to go for. And so we'll do a 4 there. And then again, like I say, unless you have anything that there's a mark against, I just go for my highest. So we'll toss a 5 on that. Thank you so much for your game. You thank me, man. Thank you for the experience. Thanks for coming to the stream, but also thanks for sharing your game with us. I mean, wow. It's a really, you want to know why I love it so much too, is I regularly have people come over to my house and play this. This is one of my favorite games of all time, so I'll regularly detour off. Sayo games, you're still on deck. We're still playing your game next. But this game, I live for this game. There's very few other games I love to have people at my house playing, especially after a late night, outing. But we play this pretty regularly here with my friends, especially after we've been out partying and stuff. So, fantastic. I love this game, and your game brought a lot of the happiness that I get from playing this game into a single-player experience, so thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Come on, Yoshi. Come on, Yoshi. This guy's going to juke him here near the edge. That's how you win. You get near the edge, and then you move, and they keep running after you, and then you bump them, and they die. And if you've never seen this before, you pretty much nailed the mechanic of this game blind, so congratulations. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's from the original Mario Party on the Nintendo 64. Thank you a lot for that. Love it. I'll time code this video and post it as a comment rather than write up everything that I said. You can just come back and watch it. You can also watch it as a past broadcast on the channel by clicking videos and filtering that to past broadcasts. So thank you so much. We're going to go over here now and play Inventory Wars from Sour Games. 2 developers created this game in 48 hours. We did not create the sounds or the artwork. Art assets used Dungeon Crawl 32 by 32 by Chris Hammonds. Wood GUI. So this is going to be a jam game, non-compo. And The Barrel by Manuel from opengameart.org. I'm going to do a little plug for Open Game Art. They have a game jam pretty regularly, I think, that you can join from itch.io, where this is against, I believe this is a jam game. I'm pretty sure it's a jam entry. I don't see where it says it on here, but it's got to be a jam entry. Yeah, it has to be, because you have to tick all those things you agree to anyway. It's definitely a jam game. It must be. Anyway, back to Open Game Art. Open Game Art has their own game jam that they host, where everybody who participates uses content from Open Game Art. 6 things that you create during your game, I believe, have to go back to Open Game Art. If you're interested in that, under the title it says jam. Sweet. I figured it was a jam just because of this. If you go back to the previous broadcast, you'll see a really cool RPG that Drazray did, where I played, I think it was about a 45-minute stream of me playing his game. He's a regular here on the show, and I did what I would say is exceptional voice acting for that. So it's probably not that great, but I had a fun time. Okay, so anyway, Open Game Art does a great game jam. You should check that out on itch.io if you're ever on there. Itch.io has a game jam calendar, in case you didn't know. Sorry, Sow Games, this is what I do. I only stream jams and stuff, so, and I do game jams too. Obviously, I have my own game that I worked on all day today. So there's somewhere in here, there's an Open Game Art jam. This is itch.io's jam calendar if you've never seen it. There's a crap ton of game jams going on all the time. I think Iris just finished low-res jam here, or is working on his low-res jam game. I'll be streaming that too. And if you like jams, then this is the best Twitch channel to follow. Hint, hint. So yeah, the barrel's from there. Sorry about that tangent. Music from FMA, Top Mid-Air Machine, freemusic.org, Device by Dan Yaki. I love all your credits here. Thick Coat Jacket, Drop on Floor 2 by Zap Splat. This is awesome. All right, and here's the download link. So we're going to go check this out right now. We'll play it in Windows. And we'll download it that way. And we will follow Sow Games. Download Inventory Wars. Inventory Wars. Clearly, this is the last game I'll be doing tonight. If you follow the channel, I'll be streaming more LD Jam games throughout the week. Wednesday is definitely a stream. I will most likely be streaming before then, so if you want to catch and have your game streamed and you missed your opportunity tonight, you can follow me and I will stream your game then. Extract all. And if you're ever in a future game jam, even if you're not in LD, you can come by this channel and I will play your game. That's what I do. Play people's games. And then I work on my own every now and then. So feel free to become a regular. Alright, let's extract this. I'm losing my mind here. It is time for me. Did I already extract it? I did, didn't I? What is going on? Okay. Unit, no, we don't want that. We want this. Alright, clearly this is the last game of the night. I do not have, I do not have the coffee. Hold on. I do not have the capability to stream VR at this time. I will be getting a video card someday. Unfortunately, my water heater and my dishwasher are now on the verge of breaking. The dishwasher's broke. So the video card money is probably going to go to become a dishwasher money now. Inventory Wars. Created for LUDUM DARE 42, theme running out of space, made by Jamie and Paul Schwartzer. Art assets used. And we read through all of this, sound assets here. Let's go ahead and start the game. Welcome to Inventory Wars. Sort items into your inventory and return to town with as many items as possible so you can make huge profits. Click on an item to pick it up. Click on your inventory to place an item. Click on trash to destroy an item. Okay. Value 1. Value 1. So we just kind of pick this stuff up. Smoked and dried last winter. Smoked and dried. Great gift for the person who is your sun and your moon. It would be... I would like to be able to swap this out. Can I pick these up? Oh, you can't pick them up after you put them in. Hold on. That's cool. Value 2 seems like a high value item right these current days. Is this the end? Are these the last 3 items? Score 15. Next level. Congratulations. You have a sharp wit for selecting which items to bring back home. Some items are special and need to be carried in certain spots in your bag. You try to bring home as many as you can. Alright, so now we have special ones. Must be placed on the side of the bag. Ah, this is a sword. Heavy. Must be stored at the bottom. Squishy place on top. Okay, so this has to go on the side. This has to go on the bottom. This has to go on the top. Must be placed on the side. You know, you still have ethically sourced. It's value 2. Small, keep on top. Is anything worth a 3? No. Top. One thing is I can kind of grab this. What's this on the side? Then I can read it and figure out what I want to do. I'll put that on the side. Two seems like such a good number. Alright, we're not going to fill... Oh, wait, let me put this on the side. 22, excellent. Clearly you're a natural at this. Now for a challenge. Some items are worth more when you collect all parts of the set. However, if you do not complete the set, these items are worth nothing. Choose wisely. Something that I'd really like to see, Sao Games, is how many is left. The not knowing means I don't know if I really want to pull this in or not. And it's leading me to give up and abandon strategy. And say, oh, well, I should just grab everything if it's worth it too, because I know that that's going to be good. And then at the end, I'll see if I have spots left, I'll just throw stuff in. 5 if we collect all warrior items. Cool, we'll put that in the middle. Macaroni free. 10, heavy part, collect all 3. Or they're worthless. Can't do it. I can't grab all 3 of those. So, not knowing what's left, I might have grabbed more things there. So it'd be nice to see how much stuff was left, I guess is what I'm saying. And then I can actually start to strategize what I want to do. So, I gotta turn the music down for a minute. So I like the idea of the game that you're building or that you've built. I don't know if you're considered completely done yet, or if you're going to still work on it since you have another 24 hours left before the jam ends. But I would love to see how much stuff is left? What's the quantity? Maybe even a count, or even not a count, just some rough idea so I can assess what I want to do. The other thing too is it's very difficult for me to read the descriptions for each item as they're moving, which is maybe part of the challenge that you're going for. I mean, I'm not trying to design and be the designer here or anything, but my subjective opinion as somebody who's just playing the game and giving feedback as a player, I would like to see if something was heavy, like a marking or iconography on the item itself, so I knew to move it. If it had like a little H next to it, or the symbol of like a bicep, like the emoji, like the flex kind of symbol there. So then I knew it was heavy. I'd put it on the bottom, and I could look at all these items and figure out, and I could make that strategy. If it had a feather, maybe I know that it should go on top. If it had a little feather next to it, if it had the bicep, maybe on the bottom. I don't know what you would do to make it go on the side. That's kind of a whole different thing there. Yeah, I mean, it's not my job to try to think of that stuff. That's your job, but you get the idea. There was another game back. I'm trying to remember which game jam it was. The developer made a calendar, and you had to go through on this calendar and be an adult, if you will, and kind of, it was almost like a roguelike. Maybe it was 7-day roguelike challenge, or roguelike game jam, 7-day RL jam. You had to go through and survive a year as an adult doing certain things and staying full and happy and stuff on this calendar. And once they added the icons on, you could really play the game through and beat it, but before that it was almost unplayable. I think you have a similar situation here. If I played the game enough, there's a high amount of replay value in learning all these items to be able to strategize and place them all, and also get a feel for how many there are. But as a first-time player, for the experience, it's very difficult to figure out if something's heavy or light, and it's a lot to try to read through every single item. And by the time I've read the last item, the other items that I have read are already almost to the end. So I can't really build out a strategy of how I want to pack my bag in order to take it down and get the most money out of it. So I think you have a really cool idea for a game here, but in execution, I think it's hard for the player to be, for a new player who's unexperienced and unexposed to any of these items, to be able to build a strategy in the amount of time that they have as those items scroll through the bottom. Level 4, you are doing great. Townsfolk have been asking about the latest wizarding fashion. Everyone wants a piece of wizard gear. Rumor is that some folks would even pay more to have a complete set. Oh, wizard gear. Alright. So, I'm really only wizard's robe. We're going to stick these in the middle. If it doesn't have a requirement, then we'll put it there. Soul sold separately. Starting beyond, here's a hat. Here's bread. We know bread's light, so now I'm starting to be experienced. Books are usually heavy. Bread's light. I don't think bread's worth it's not worth a whole lot. Contains all the answers to life, the universe, and everything. Book of Spells version 42. I'm going to grab this just because of the flavor text. Divine Spells, it's heavy, has to be on the bottom. Here's another wizard hat. We have this here. We already have a wizard hat in row. Here's the staff. We'll put that on the side. Guide to Adventuring. I like the inside stuff here. That bottom. And here we are, 4 spots left. Quickly grab these things. 2 spots left. 31. Yay. Oh, I didn't mean to hit tile. I meant to go next level. Whoa, what is this? Leather armor. I didn't remember that from earlier. I like the menu though, and I like the design that you have going on. I like the aesthetic that you've created for the whole game too. But yeah, I would say that it's a lot to try to figure out what all those items are. Now, once you play it a couple times, I'm sure you can pick it up, but it's in a game jam. People probably aren't going to play it more than like a handful of times to get a feel for it. All right, and for your jam entry, remember this is not a compo, so we're going to rate it under our jam textures here. So for the theme running out of space, I think you nailed it. The fact that you have to put items into separate sides or in spots, we're going to go a little bit above average on that. You really start to think about where things are going to be spaced out. Like I said earlier, I wish that you just had some icons so I could build a strategy, and that's where I'm lacking in. Humor, we're going to give the benefit of the doubt here. Same thing with mood. The game does have like an adventure mood to it with the music that you chose, that you sourced. I love all the references that you put into for your game. I think it's really nice of you to go the extra step that everybody should do if you're in the jam and you're using third-party assets for. I think your mood is very adventure-y, so we're going to nail that. Innovation will go above average. I've never, other than my years of playing Diablo 2, I've not played a game where I'm managing the inventory and trying to min-max where I'm putting everything so I can take the most stuff back with me. It really brought me back to playing Diablo, the original Diablo, and Diablo 2, two of my favorite games overall. I think the game's fun. I think the game could be funner if you put some icons in there or slowed those items down or did something. But it feels like there's a lot of potential for the player to have strategy in the game, but the timing and the amount of attention that you're asking of the player is counterintuitive to them being able to have sufficient time to build a strategy for what they want to do with the items. So for fun, I'm just going to throw a 3 at it. That would be higher if I could just get in there. I'm thirsty to create a really perfectly packed bag, but I don't know how many items are left, and I can't tell at a glance which ones are heavy or light. So for that reason, I'm going to throw it at the average. And so overall, no negative marks. The highest rating I had here is a 3.5. We'll do that. I might come back and play it again. I might change my ratings, so these aren't like final ratings. And if you feel like anything's unfair, please feel free to let me know, and I would love to hear your opinions of what I've chosen. I'll timecode this video and post it in the comments, so you'll have it here for you to be able to rewatch and listen to my opinions of your game. Thank you so much for coming by. I really do appreciate you sharing your game. Everybody else, if you want to check out the stream, you can follow me. The next time I go live, I will be streaming LUDUM DARE games. And so if you've made a game for either the... I caught the 42 one, but I don't have time to read any of that because it's scrolling by so fast. So I gotta go back and read it again. I'll have to play it again sometime, and I might adjust this stuff too. But yeah, see, if you have a whole day of 24 hours, you could probably throw some stuff in there. See what you can do. You're in the jam. You've got time to. If I had 20 more hours, let me tell you, my game would be different. But thank you so much for sharing your game. I really do appreciate it. If you follow the Twitch channel and you have another game for another jam, or you have a LUDUM DARE entry that you want to have me play, feel free to shoot a follow here. You'll get a notification the next time I go live, probably in your email, and then you'll be able to come and share your game with me. Otherwise, stay tuned, check back often, and the updated schedule is live right now. The next time I'm guaranteed to stream is on Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. That's the United States. You'll see in your local time zone, if you scroll down on the channel right now, there's a schedule widget that will show you with a timer the next time that I'm going to be live officially. Now, I'll be live before then. I'll probably be live tomorrow if I have a voice, playing and reviewing more games. So come by and hang out, and I will play. Saw Game says, we build a mechanism to control the item speed, so I should be able to slow it down. Yeah, if slowing it down would be neat, definitely. I like it. And I don't want to overstep my bounds as a player. You design what you want. So keep in mind, if you like your game, you do that. So I appreciate you appreciating the feedback, but always remember that a lot of these opinions are subjective, and in the end, your game is yours. If our roles were reversed and you're playing my game, trust me, there's a lot of things I did that you'd probably give me some feedback, and some of those I probably wouldn't change. So I try to be honest and authentic and upfront with everyone. So that's what I think. Thank you so much for coming out. I really do appreciate it. Let's go and see who else we have live right now. We'll go and raid somebody in Twitch. If you haven't done that before, I'm going to host somebody. So let me find somebody that I want to host. Let's go to the channel here. And we'll go check out Honest Dan. He's a pretty good dude. I enjoy his stream sometimes, so we'll go and see what he's up to. Honest Dan Games. Boom. And we will go and say hello to Honest Dan. He's probably just about to end his stream. Usually every time I raid him, he's ending. So it should be exciting. Thanks again for coming out, and we'll see everybody soon.